and welcome to this edition of Leading Experts. I'm your host, Jolene Benoit. How many of you watching today have heard of all the get-rich tactics that are flooding the internet? Perhaps you've even tried your hand at it and you're disappointed. You might be thinking, others are doing it, why can't I? Well, like everything else in life, most of you will agree education is key. Well, today, perhaps your teacher has arrived. Our special guest is Tom Antion, an internet expert who has a proven track record. He has mentored and guided hundreds of people just like you, and many of these people are now earning their living through internet marketing. His story is pretty amazing, and he wants to share it with you. We'll be right back with Tom Antion.
Welcome to this edition of Leading Experts. Leading Experts is informative and exciting. Leading Experts interviews authors, speakers, and entrepreneurs in all areas of business, so you become a much more informed consumer.
Welcome back. I'm Jolene Benoit. If someone told you you could make money by working at your computer from the privacy of your own home, well, if it sounds too good to be true, our leading expert today is Tom Antion, who has done just that, and best of all, he says he could teach you. Welcome to the show, Tom.
Thanks so much.
Great to have you joining us.
It's great to be back, and you didn't give me the 100 degrees like it was out here in Palm Springs.
Nice and cool here. Great to have you joining us. Tom, how is it that you and others that you have mentored are actually earning a living from their home on the internet?
Well, Jolene, there are lots of people that actually do this. The problem is there's so many scam artists out there trying to sell you get-rich-quick kind of things that it ruins for the legitimate people out there.
Sure.
But there are plenty of people out there making full-time livings, part-time livings, supplementing their income, putting their kids through school by using standard and credible internet techniques that allow you to with low risk, to bring in a lot of money.
Well, a lot of people have tried and failed. You know, we mentioned that in the opening because people are watching and saying, gosh, you know, I tried my hand at that and it didn't work for me. What are you doing now with a school that you have that really can help people along and maybe, you know, give them a better chance of success?
Well, I've been making a full-time living on the internet for 14 years. I started 16 years ago, and I'll tell you, the first 2 years I didn't make a nickel because it was Wild West. People didn't know what was going on, plenty of scam artists around. So I didn't make anything for the first 2 years. But as soon as I got good training by someone credible, I started to make money, and it turned into a full-time income for the past 13 years. So what people need to do is get that kind of training from credible sources, and sifting through that is the problem, finding credible sources, and we're going to tell them a little later how they can do that.
And do I have to be an internet guru genius? I mean, because some of us go, you know, when it comes to the internet, I can get on there, I get my email, but do I have to, you know, are you a genius?
Well, I am not a genius at computers. I am not really even that good at computers. Now, you learn a lot. You've been doing this for years. But we tell people to recruit little geeks, all right?
Okay.
High school kids. I mean, we've had people, I recruited a kid out of 10th grade that was just brilliant at this. I mean, I didn't grow up with computers. And this kid would stand behind me and look at me like I'm some kind of alien. He'd say, no, don't click there, just click here. And with these kids that grew up with computers, they can take care of all the technical stuff while you take care of the marketing, which is what brings the money in.
Well, this is exciting for you because very obviously when you're really good at something, and you are, you want to share it with other people. And I think important for our viewers today is that you have established a school.
That's right.
That people can get involved in. Let's talk a little bit about what does your school do? We'll get in depth throughout the half hour here, but what basically do you help people do in your school?
Basically, it teaches them all the things that they need to know to have a legitimate internet business. This doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire by tomorrow.
But
some can, and you know, it only took me a couple years to become a multimillionaire. So
and you did this, Tom, through the internet.
Through the internet, that's right, on the internet. And but there's a lot of little things to learn. Now, none of it is rocket science, Jolene. It's just there's a lot of it, and there's a lot of moving pieces, and it changes on you. So you have to be willing to learn the basics and then keep up with the changes and be persistent and consistent. And pretty soon, these websites will start bringing in you a passive income, which we're also going to talk about later.
Passive income, yeah. The term conjures up how I can sit at home, and the work that I've preliminarily done keeps bringing me
That's
dollars
correct.
and
But
cents.
you did,
all day
the
long.
key there, Jolene, is you said, I did some work. It just doesn't, the internet fairy doesn't twang you on the head and say, oh, you're rich now. You have to do some work to build these systems.
Okay, and if I'm interested in saying, gosh, you know, I would like to learn more about that, and I get involved in the school, is there a time frame where you say, gosh, somebody who really applies themselves can do it in this amount of time, somebody else can work at their own pace? Is there a time frame?
Well, because of we're the only licensed independent internet school in the country.
Okay.
So we are limited by the state on how fast we can teach people things, because so many scam schools, adult education schools, opened up and say, okay, in 2 days you're an expert on something. Well, the state knows that's not true. The government knows that's not true. So in as little as 6 months, though, they can get the framework to have either a career on the internet, they can work for other companies, because a lot of them are bringing this in-house, or start their own business. But literally within the first couple weeks, you could be bringing some money in on the internet, because some of it doesn't even require a website.
Interesting. You know, Tom, these are some tough times in our country, and
Well, for some people.
for some people, that's
Right.
why I think for our viewers, they're watching and listening and saying, "Gosh, this sounds like something I could hitch my wagon to." Who's a good candidate for?
Well, yeah, there's 3 different types of people. One would be a person that's just out of high school, or maybe didn't even finish high school. A lot of that's occurring, but it's really good with computers, loves computers, and wants something that they can earn a living with, a skill immediately. So that's one faction. Another one would be someone that's been displaced. An older person that thought they were going to be with their company forever. Well, how many companies keep you forever nowadays? And they need a marketable skill, because they've already created a lifestyle. Home, car, boats, vacations, and they want to maintain that, but now there's no job. And then the third person is a person that might have their own small business and is being charged a fortune by professional firms. They're going to hire the geek that I just talked about earlier for $10 an hour and charge you $100 or $200 an hour. So that's the three factions: out of high school, looking for a skill, downsized, and companies that want to bring in-house their web operations.
In that this appears it becomes your own little business, do I have to have an entrepreneurial spirit to engage? In other words, self-start? Some people are used to being in a job where someone tells them, here's what you need to do to conduct your job.
That's what our school helps to do. It tells you what steps to take. Now, if you're the person that wants to sit around at the water fountain or go out in front and have a smoke, well, you're out in front of your house now having a smoke, talking to nobody.
Exactly.
All right. So you do have to be willing to do some work on the computer. But like I said, if you recruit some of these young people and have them around you, it's so uplifting to see them making things happen. But you don't have to be any kind of entrepreneur. You don't have to get big funding. We're going to talk about how low cost and low risk this is. So just about anybody can do this.
Well, it sounds like a very exciting new way in which, let's face it, our world is changing, and there is so much now with internet and internet marketing. Do I have to come up with a product? Do I have to?
Well, you know what? You don't. In fact, you don't even have to like people to do this. You can find other products, and this is called affiliate marketing.
Okay.
This is where I recommend a product to you that somebody else creates.
Okay.
And then you give, the person that created it gives me a commission when you buy it.
Okay.
So I never have to deal with you as the customer directly. So that's one. We have 9 different revenue streams that we teach at the school, and there's something for everybody. Some of it is totally advertising based. You don't have to talk to customers. So I like to talk to customers. So I have products that I sell directly in service. So it fits a lot of different people.
And you can do this from the comforts, again, of your own home, at your own pace.
You can travel, you can have a laptop. I mean, I'm here in Palm Springs, and I have a multi-million-dollar company running, and a couple things I had to handle for my laptop, my BlackBerry, while I was gone. But you can do you can be anywhere and run this kind of business.
Well, this is great. We're going to talk further, Tom. In fact, in the next segment, we want to talk about websites, because they're very pricey to put together, but we understand.
And I think the viewers should get some pencils handy, because I'm going to give them some specific places to go to that they'll want to write down.
Perfect. All right. We will take a little break in the show and return with Tom Antion. If you would like more information on the school, please call the toll-free number at the bottom of your screen or go to the website. Now, before we take our break, we have a trivia question for Tom. How can you make a gorgeous website the search engines will love with no webmaster for $25? We're going to have the answer right after these words. Don't go away.
When I grow up, when I grow up, when I grow up, I want to get a great job and then get laid off. When I grow up, I want to move up the corporate ladder and then bump my head on the glass ceiling. I want to have so many student loans, I'll never get out of debt.
Isn't it time you grow up and take control of your future? At the Internet Marketing Training Center, you can study online at your pace to fit your schedule and graduate with the skills and knowledge to create, build, and market your own home-based business.
Can I be a fire truck?
Want to save a lot of cash while learning to make a lot of cash?
Woo-hoo!
Then you are in luck. The Internet Marketing Training Center just made it easier to get certified in Internet marketing, and we are now offering great financing options. For as little as a cheap monthly car payment, you can start your new Internet marketing career. Contact our admissions office right now to learn about our financing rates. Take control of your future at the Internet Marketing Training Center.
Welcome back. My guest today is Tom Antion, who has pioneered a way in which you can make your living through internet marketing. Or for those of you with an already established business, how would you like to grow your business and take it to the next level? Welcome back, Tom.
Thank you.
Great to have you joining us.
Can't wait to get into this section.
Well, you know, we've been talking about your school. You've established a school. You've been doing this for 16 years. You are self-described multimillionaire, and you wanted to share the good news with other people out there. So for people wanting just to start, good place to start is with your school. How about those of us who already have an already established business but not quite knowledgeable to take it to the next level?
Well, basically, businesses can use the internet to really bring in more customers. If they're a local business, they have to learn how to do local search so that they dominate the local search rather than the national search. You know, there's a thing on the internet called the 7-pack on Google, and you want to be in there. So we teach them that. Also, a lot of local businesses could make a lot more revenue if they quit thinking locally and think globally, because they could create an information product that could sell around the world. Even while they're servicing local customers, they can bring in revenue from around the world. And the third thing that a local business can do, or any kind of business can do, is bring in-house with low-price labor their web operations and probably have 10 times the reach for the same amount of money they're spending with outsourcing web stuff.
And you do teach this again in your
Teach it
school,
all at the school, right?
It's all about you saying, hey, I've done this, I'm doing it, it's so much fun, I want to share it.
I've taught 900 people, other high level, and I don't know how many thousands in my speaking engagements this has been taught to.
And Tom, you know, there are other, we talked about this earlier, but folks have tried and failed, and they've tried other internet marketing companies. And how do you differentiate yourself from the other ones out there?
Well, there's no regulation out there on the internet. So when you see a hypey sales letter for something that gets you all excited, there's no one scrutinizing that person to see if that's really real. Are they really substantial? Our school had to go through a rigorous certification program. I set the standards for internet marketing and the training of teachers in this field. We had to be bonded, where they checked our finances to make sure if someone's not happy that we're not going to disappear on them tomorrow. So it's totally different. In fact, it's the only one in the world that's gone through that scrutiny as an independent internet marketing. There's some tied to big colleges, but they're an afterthought among hundreds of courses. We're dedicated to internet marketing. And also, one other thing we do is we change our curriculum weekly. Some places go years before they change the curriculum, but the internet changes, and we don't want to be teaching things to people that's old. So nobody does that.
And you bring up another good point. We talk about traditional education versus zeroing in on the one single thing that you know and you love. How do you respond to that?
Well, first of all, I'm totally for traditional education. However, there's many people out there in this tough atmosphere that need to make money. Sure. They need to earn a living for themselves and their family, and they don't need an ancient history course and 4 years of stuff, today, and right? They'll be broke by then. Say, or mortgage their house for $20,000 a semester just to move and go through sure. music appreciation, which I love music. We were singing before the show, exactly. All right? But the thing is, that's not going to bring money in to pay the bills. So ours is specific on a quick, fast way to get a new career that's legitimate and they can turn into money. Yeah.
How is it that you're achieving that success? I mean, again, your enthusiasm is very obvious. Your passion is there. How is it that you are achieving that success on a daily basis?
Well, the thing is there's simple, low cost, high return things you could be doing. Okay. We have one free ebook that I wrote 9 years ago now that's brought in $1.7 million. It's a giveaway, and it went viral, so it teaches people about something they didn't know about, and in the book they click back to me and spend money. All right, almost $2 million, and the money is about $30,000 a month, increasing all the time. So one free ebook. So when you have low-cost stuff and super high returns, it's hard to mess it up.
You know, it sounds simple and easy, and at the same time, I'm listening to you say right. There's a lot of work involved to get there. You have a website. Some of the folks watching today, some of our viewers have a website. Most of us know websites can be, in fact, this brings us to our trivia question. Websites are pricey. You told us that we can get a gorgeous website that the search engines love with no webmaster right. costing $25 bucks.
And websites are pricey. Yeah, I know this sounds like hocus pocus, all right, but I've been living this and taught hundreds and hundreds of people this. If you go to a professional firm, you're going to spend $3,000 to $5,000 before you even blink an eye with no guarantees it's going to make any money. So you're afraid to do more than one. I've got hundreds of websites if they only cost 20 bucks to see the ones that work. The method that we use is a WordPress blog software. Okay. I've been teaching a different method for 13 years, but now this software is free. It's given away for free. The search engines absolutely love it. Now it's going to look generic, so you can spend another $20 and get a custom theme sure. made for it. And there's a website called Fiverr.com. We'll put it up on the screen. Fiverr.com. Okay. Thousands of people telling you what they'll do for $5. So you can get custom graphics for your website for $5. So this is the method that we use. My school, in fact, when they see the school website, this was a theme on a WordPress blog okay. and an international school. I mean, I got to walk my talk, right? This school website was about maybe $40 or $50. It's really fancy, 40 or 50 bucks. So that's how you do it.
Amazing. All right, 25 bucks, you heard it here. You know, Tom, again, with the folks listening today, they're saying that all sounds great, and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to look at the 800 number, and I'm going to certainly the toll-free number, and I'm going to go to the website. Can you share a story with us? I know I was at your website, and there was a woman, I think, if it's okay if I share this, in Canada or something, and she had grown her business. She was someone who had an already established business and was thanking you, in essence, for helping her business exploded.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're referring, because we have hundreds of those kinds of stories, but I will tell one that's, I'm not going to give you the ones that made millions. I want you to just give you a standard person that was a nurse doing this part-time. She was making $20 or $30 a week off her website on breast health. She's a breast expert, or that's her nursing field. And I gave her one little tip, and she went from $20 a week to $150 a week. And now she's slated,
6 times your money or something like
slated for $400 a week by implementing these ideas and growing her site. So this is a car payment, a house payment. This is taking you from worrying about going on vacation, taking care of your parents, whatever your obligations are.
All right, Tom, we are going to be back in a few moments. We're going to talk about your background and again how it lent itself to this explosive program.
I'm going to stay right here and wait for you, Jolene. You bring it back when you're ready.
We're not going anywhere. Stay tuned. Leading Experts will be right back with our guest, Tom Antion. However, you can call right now. Check out the information on the bottom of your screen. Call that toll-free number. Check out the website. We'll be right back.
When I grow up, I want to get a great job and then get laid off. When I grow up, I want to move up the corporate ladder and then bump my head on the glass ceiling. I want to have so many student loans, I'll never get out of debt.
Isn't it time you grow up and take control of your future? At the Internet Marketing Training Center, you can study online at your pace to fit your schedule and graduate with the skills and knowledge to create, build, and market your own home-based business.
Can I be a fire truck?
Want to save a lot of cash while learning to make a lot of cash?
Woo-hoo!
Then you are in luck. The Internet Marketing Training Center just made it easier to get certified in Internet marketing, and we are now offering great financing options. For as little as a cheap monthly car payment, you can start your new Internet marketing career. Contact our admissions office right now to learn about our financing rates. Take control of your future at the Internet Marketing Training Center.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, my guest is Tom Antion, an internationally acclaimed expert in internet marketing. Now, what does that mean to you? How would you like to make hundreds or thousands of dollars actually making a living on the internet and from the privacy of your own home? Many are doing it under the guidance of Tom Antion and his Internet Marketing Training Center in Virginia. Now, we have another trivia question that we all want the answer to. What is the mechanism for creating truly passive income on the web? Welcome back, Tom.
Wow, boy, I love this one. Let's not make them wait over a break.
Okay,
for this
passive
one.
income. Tell us about that.
Well, this sounds like hocus pocus, all right? A lot of people say, oh, yeah, you got money coming in while you're sleeping. Well, here's the actual mechanism that makes that work. Let's say I refer somebody that has a CD of the month club to you, and you buy it, and you say, wow, these CDs are great. Well, this person gives me a commission every time you buy the CD.
Okay.
So next month, when you buy it again, I keep getting a commission. Now, how many times did I refer it to you, Jolene?
Just
Once.
one time.
But this person keeps paying me as long as you stay in their program. Multiply this by 1,000 or 10,000 people that I've referred, and this is an enormous passive income.
And you're already doing this.
I've already been doing this, and this is what legitimately allows me to say I could not stop the money coming to my checking account if I tried. And just think what that would mean to all your viewers out there if they could have money coming in when life gets in the way, when parents need taken care of, when bills need paid,
Yes,
cars and everything else.
Tom, your school is the Internet Marketing Training Center in Virginia, but we want everybody to know you don't have to go physically to Virginia to go to the school.
Right. You can take distance learning courses, which means that you can study, you can not risk your regular job. You can do this in the evenings, weekends.
On your own time.
On your own time, anywhere you want, from a park, on a laptop, in a library, wherever you want. So it's very convenient training.
What about the virtual real estate?
Virtual real estate. Virtual real estate is, you know, there's been a lot of hoopla in the country about people that losing their shirt, basically, in the real estate market. Well, we have virtual real estate market. When you can make websites for $20 that bring in $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 a year, you don't have to get a mortgage. You don't have to hawk your lungs, basically, to have this real estate, and you can have a massive presence on the web in all different topics. That doesn't have to be your one main thing. You can have lots of different things going.
I mean, this internet has really opened up a wonderful world of opportunity for people.
That's for sure.
And you mentioned earlier, I don't need to be an internet genius or a guru to actually get involved in your school. I will learn everything I need to know in order to be successful. Are we not outsourcing a lot of these jobs overseas, Tom?
Well, the thing is when I did the research to get the license for the school, because they want to make sure you're going to be successful before they give you the license, the Department of Labor said that programming jobs are going to be outsourced, but marketing jobs are not being outsourced. Okay. You have to have, I mean, the U.S. is known as one of the marketing geniuses of the world, and this kind of mentality is in the United States and other countries like the United States, but they're not going to the third world countries, and they're not, the programming stuff is being outsourced, but not the marketing.
You know, you have mentioned, and this is really you talked about how much you love your job, that it doesn't feel like it's work. And you know, a lot of people have hobbies. I have a girlfriend who actually makes handbags in her garage, and she sells them to people because we all love them. They're adorable. And I've said to her, gosh, you know, if you could make 1,000 of those, you could probably get on. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get on the internet. What would you say to Susie, my friend?
I would say she's got to do that, because the only way she can sell them now is if she knows you.
Out of the garage.
Or if she decides to take ads in old traditional methods that are very expensive. This way she could be selling them around the world right from her desktop computer. So she's got to do this.
And you actually have your students who are having that kind of success.
Absolutely, yeah. We've had 900 students in my high-level mentoring class, and I don't know how many thousands have seen me speak about this, but this is not hocus pocus. This is real world training, and a lot of the big schools that have courses on this are e-commerce, which is for big companies like Walmart, to demographic information and little minute things. This is real world stuff that somebody like you or me or anybody can put a website up, drive traffic to it with the social networks and video and all the things we teach them, and have money coming into their checking account.
You are a legitimate licensed school.
Licensed, bonded.
And your background, Tom, again, you've been a public speaker, you are an author. What in your background lent itself to moving in this direction?
Well, the thing is when you're a speaker in front of thousands of people, like I've been 19 years in front of thousands of audiences, they come up and tell you what they don't understand.
Sure.
And they're real people that are looking for solutions to change their life and to improve themselves. And that was the impetus to start all of this.
And of course, you've shared some of the success stories with us. You know, there are always skeptics. I sit back and I think if I'm sitting out there as an audience member and I'm watching and I'm saying, tell me a little bit about what really pulled me into
this is a good thing to be skeptical, because there's so many scammers out there. Whatever you do on the internet, I would check with the Better Business Bureau to see if there's unresolved complaints. Check with the state licensing board. Like, for instance, most of the other internet stuff you can't, because they're not licensed. So you can check our licensing. They make you bond the school in case someone's not happy. They can get their money back, and I haven't disappeared. So it's a unique entity in the world today.
And you're the brainchild behind this entire school that is quite different from, again, what
that's kind of you to say so, but it's all of my students have taught me many lessons. You know, when someone thinks they know it all, that's the way downhill. But I learned from my students, and they've basically told me we need this kind of training.
And you mentioned, Tom, that you don't stop learning, that it changes every day.
Well, an old coal miner told me one time, Tom, the schoolhouse door is always open. And so the minute you decide to quit learning, especially with the field of internet, you're behind already. And that's my problem with some of the other schools that teach this, and some of the other entities. They're teaching old information, and then someone implements it and gets their website banned. You know, like I said, we're the only one on earth that updates our curriculum weekly. And this is something that's unheard of.
And again, for the folks who are just joining us, again, we're talking about candidates. Quickly tell us, who's a good candidate for your program?
Well, if they've got out of school, high school, maybe didn't even make it out of high school, but they're great, they love computers, and they love the thought of making money, boom, that's for them. Second, people have been displaced and need a new, legitimate, and saleable career in a hurry. Right, 6 months to get our certificate in our school, and they can use it also to get other jobs outside of their field. And a third person is a business owner who wants to bring in-house and
extra
save
business
costs.
and go to the next level. Tom Antion, you are enthusiastic. your personality is infectious, and anyone watching now can really benefit if they have an idea that they'd like to do some internet marketing. You're the guy, the go-to guy. That's right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Tom, and sharing your incredible success story, and for giving our viewers the opportunity to do the same. The rest is up to you now. That's it for this edition of Leading Experts. I'm Jolene Benoit, and if you would like to be the next success story with internet marketing expert Tom Antion, please call the toll-free number on the bottom of your screen or check out the website. See you next time.